sure do catch a whole lot of fish.
Yeah, and this year, 1855, we Northwestern tribes can catch as many as 43 million pounds of fish annually. We're rich.
Sure is a good time to be a Native American in the Washington Territory, huh?
Hello, I'm Washington Territory Governor Isaac I. Stevens. How would you folks like to make a deal?
What kind of deal?
Why, a territorial treaty, of course. The Quinault Treaty. It'll give us some land, and it'll give you, well, quite a bit less land, but you'll be guaranteed the right to gather fish and horses from all the same places where you traditionally have. Sound good to you?
Okay.
"44 years pass.
Washington has finally become a state, and I'm the new governor.
I'm a state senator for this new state, and it's my job to set up all of its laws.
Who thinks we should pass a conservation law that de facto bans tribal fishing?
Hooray!
Hooray! We do. I stamped this law.
How about banning the weirs the natives use to catch fish?
Hooray!
Hooray! I stamped this one too.
We can even appoint judges who will rule against the natives when they appeal in court.
Hooray! Stamp number 3.
Wow, this state senator stuff sure is easy.
81 more years pass.
I'm fed up with this baloney. There's hardly anywhere left where we're allowed to fish, and all the places where we are, there are hardly any fish to catch at all. Meanwhile, white people make tens of millions of dollars a year on fish that are supposed to belong to us.
Hey, Mr. U.S. Attorney, can you help us get these fishing rights back?
Okay, State of Washington, you are hereby charged with infringement upon the terms of the Quinault Treaty. So you see, Judge Boldt, the conduct of the state significantly infringes upon the economic, political, and social life of the native tribes of Washington. Yeah.
You tell him.
Go on.
First, the tribes and their people are unable to economically support themselves through fishing, receiving only about 2% of all fish caught in Washington state, while non-native companies make ludicrous profits off of the fish that should be theirs by treaty.
Right on.
The law says my tribe is only allowed to lay nets where the sun don't shine. What does that even mean? Second, the legal restrictions which prevent the natives from fishing at their treaty-appointed places infringe upon the political autonomy supposedly guaranteed to them by those same treaties, hurting the sovereignty and legitimacy of tribal governments. You said it. And finally, the same legal restrictions also keep Native Americans from returning to their ancestral fishing grounds or using the fishing methods of their predecessors, distancing them from their culture and traditions and harming them socially.
Yeah, I can't even tie a net because the law says we can only catch fish using rulers with string tied to them.
I rest my case.
Well, it seems to me that you folks have had to endure an awfully bad situation for an awfully long time. In accordance with the Quinault Treaty, I hereby order that at least half of all fish caught in the state of Washington must go to the native tribes from here. In addition, I find that the treaties which divided the land gave the state of Washington no right to regulate fishing on the stretches of river allocated to native tribes, and thus that it must not do so unless necessary for the preservation of a species.
Yay!
In the future, our tribes may be able to economically support themselves by fishing, rather than having to rely on legal loopholes like casinos and fireworks.
Yeah, and the reaffirmation of the legal rights that come from this treaty and others like it ought to increase political power and social cohesion for Native American tribes all around Washington state and the rest of the Ninth Circuit Court.
Maybe after all these years, things are finally looking up for Native Americans.
I sure hope so.